The state of Qatar is a small country that lies within the Persian Gulf. It is a developing country with an extensive supply of natural gas. This is its main source of income. The country has a population of approximately 1.9 million. Over 85% of the population is expatriate. Qatar strictly subscribes to Sharia law. This means that all of their laws originate from Sharia law. The law that this video is addressing is the law against public displays of affection. Although I was not able to find the direct law concerning this issue, I was able to find the closest law that also refers to the punishment of PDA. Article 290 of the Qatar Penal Code reads, "Whoever makes any gesture, recites songs, utters indecent phrases, or does any obscene act by any means in or near any public space shall be punished with imprisonment for a period not exceeding 6 months. Obscenity can easily refer to any suggestive or sexual act. An important point to realize is that under Qatari law, even teenagers are not exempted from this law and punishment." To begin with, we should briefly explain what public displays of affection are. For the average individual, they would suggest that kissing, fondling, canoodling, or sexual intercourse are the only acts of PDA. However, PDA also includes less suggestive acts, such as holding hands, hugging, or even being seen in an environment that may be perceived as intimate. According to Qatari law, none of this is allowed in the public space and can be reported to the police. If it is reported, this could lead to imprisonment or even deportation of those involved. Many people argue that this law is extremely conservative and backward. However, we must take into consideration that Qatar is not only implementing this policy for cultural reasons, but also because it is also a religious moral. Sexuality is not something that is considered public or accepted within public spaces. Many communities and societies worldwide condemn public displays of affection for other reasons other than religion. PDA is seen as a taboo by many mothers because they deem it unacceptable for their children to be exposed to such vulgarity. With globalization, children are growing up at a rapid pace and they lose their innocence at a very young age. PDA is one of the ways that a child loses their innocence. In general, an individual should not be subjected to PDA against their will, as it causes a series of harms, including emotional harm or distress. Abstaining from PDA should be seen as the morally correct behavior, as it encourages consideration and respect for elders, youngers, and respect for the overall culture and community. The prohibition of PDA is not only a law within Qatar for the population, but is also implemented within the national television and within cinemas and magazines. A movie in Qatar is often at least 20 minutes shorter because the government will not allow the screening of obscene or sexual scenes within the cinema. Public displays of affection suggest that the country is unconcerned with the activities of individuals within their private space. However, it is vitally important to explain what is noted as public space. Public space in Qatar also includes an individual's personal car, and Qatar is fully equipped with CCTV cameras that are able to film the activities occurring behind even tinted windows. Men and women that are unmarried living in Qatar are by law not allowed to live together. This is an attempt to lower the opportunity of sexual activities. This policy is applicable and important to the Qatari culture. However, Qatar should further develop this law, and there should be a clear protocol of the actions that will be made in the case of its occurrence. Today, anyone within Qatar that witnesses a sexual act or a public act of affection that they do not deem acceptable has the right to call the police on 999 and report this issue. It is the police's obligation to further investigate the case and intervene. Many people within Qatar, specifically expats, are unaware of these laws. Qatar is an Islamic society, which therefore automatically means that they carry out strict rules of privacy in reflection of the Islamic moral of sitr. This policy should be altered, not in removing the aspect of privacy, because it is unacceptable by Qatari cultural standards to use perpetrators' names specifically in such acts, but there should be a deeper understanding of what is deemed PDA and what is not. Also, there should be further awareness of the occurrence of this offense, and people should be allowed information of what happened to the unknown perpetrators. While conducting research on this topic, it was extremely difficult as many police officers, security guards, people within positions of authority concerning this issue would not talk. Also, it is important to notice that by creating awareness, Qatar should be able to more effectively carry out their laws against PDA because it would be general information as to the procedure. However, they cannot punish people when they are unaware that they have committed a criminal offense. Awareness allows strict regulation and will also eliminate the attitude of turning a blind eye, which is what was suggested by a guard because he was uneducated on his responsibility in this specific case. Expats that do not agree on this law should further examine the area they are living within and realize the liberalization of Qatari culture. If an expat was to travel across the border to the neighboring country of Saudi Arabia, they would not even be able to purchase red flowers on Valentine's Day. Qatar is considerably liberal, but without letting go of their religious morals and cultural ethics. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.